It is 1:30. It is the 20th day of December, the 20th day of Vlogmas. I am your grumpy guide to all things gaming. Lord! Oh, GGM, I'm never going to get tired of saying that. And I was recently asked, hey, aren't there any systems you like? I'd love to hear about some of the more obscure systems you like. Well, I'm going to talk about a system that is one of my guilty pleasures. Unfortunately, I don't have a copy of it right now because my copy fell apart and I haven't gotten around to replacing it because it's very hard to find a copy. I'm talking about Palladium's Heroes Unlimited. This is one of my guilty pleasure role-playing games because I absolutely love Heroes Unlimited, even though it is a fucking train wreck. Like most of Palladium's products, it is a horrible mess. If you've never seen Heroes Unlimited, or a Palladium product in general, there is no rhyme or reason to the layout of Heroes Unlimited, or any of the Palladium products, really. It will go from, like, you'll have your standard introduction. That'll be, like, this part. Then you'll have some rules. Then you'll have, like, some lore. Then you'll have some more rules. Then you'll have some stuff specific to whatever game it is, in this case, Heroes Unlimited. But then you'll have some more rules. It's just a mess. It's like rules, cushy stuff, campaign-specific stuff, lore. Then here's some more rules randomly in the middle. It's horribly organized. It's horribly edited. It's a train wreck. It always feels like it's one edit away, one more playtest away from being great. Like it's just. But then for some reason, they just sort of go, it's good enough here. And that's true for all of Palladium's products, but especially Heroes Unlimited. So, yeah. And the Heroes Unlimited system is a mess. The Palladium D20, because it is a D20 system, is a mess. It's got D20s, it's got higher, better rolls, lower, better rolls, it's got percentile rolls in there. It's a hodgepodge of ideas, which could, again, be great, like the SDC, structural damage capacity, and the MDC, mega damage capacity rules, and the rules for, like, power as opposed to hit points, and the stats, and how the stats work. It's so much potential there, but just, you look through it, and you're like, this is a fucking train wreck. It's like trying to pass a trigonometry test to try and figure out how to run this game. I played and ran Heroes Unlimited for years, and I don't think we ever actually played it by the rules. We made characters. Characters could be incredibly broken if you put a little thought into it, but most of them we just sort of made these characters and played them, and, you know, just kind of like when combat and situations broke down, we're kind of like, well, I think this is what I'm supposed to do? What the hell? I mean, it was fun. It's a great superhero role-playing game that could be incredible. But editing-wise, layout-wise, just system-wise, it's a train wreck. It's a mess. That said, I will tell you why I love this game. The amount of research and work and little teeny details that the creators of Palladium put into their product, especially Heroes Unlimited, and especially Rifts, is what makes it great. I mean, just the rules for building a suit of power armor, the rules for building a vehicle, and above all, the actual descriptions of superpowers. I have said this countless times, and I will say this again and again and again. If I'm going to run a superhero role-playing game, no matter what system I'm running, I will break out my PDF of Heroes Unlimited and crib the description of the powers for that system. Because that system might be, you know, Blardy Blar, the superhero role-playing game, and in Blardy Blar, the superhero role-playing game, you look at the powers and it says, like, Fire Blast, range, strength times 10, damage 2d6, cost 1, I don't know. I'm thinking of Villains of Vigilantes, but, you know, it doesn't tell you what the Fire Blast does. It's no different than the Energy Blast or the Ice Blast or the Smoke Blast. It just gives you the range, gives you how much damage. That's it. Heroes Unlimited would have a page, an entire page describing each and every possible thing you could do with your fire powers. It would tell you how hot the fire powers could get, what temperature certain things burn at, and how long they would burn under the the firepower and what you could do with the firepower. Like, can I make a firewall with my firepower? Well, here, yes, you can. If we're doing the, blar-de-blar, the superhero role-playing game Christmas special, and I want to cook the Christmas goose using my fire powers, is there rules for it? Heroes Unlimited's like, this is the exact temperature you need to cook a goose, and for how long. That was what's great about it. The rules for building mecha, the rules for building vehicles, the rules for chases, the amount of minute detail that they put into each and every section. And it's sort of a class-based section role-playing game, though it doesn't really need to be. But each section on the individual type of character, like mystic character, just the amount of work they go into, like origins and, mystic artifacts, and if you're the guy who yells shaboom and your powers changes, and how the magic system works and the psionic system works, plus, how mutants are different than aliens, and how aliens are different from just extremely well-trained individuals, and just, how like a Batman character is his own separate thing, but still can, go toe-to-toe with a Superman character, and just again, just the description of the powers, just the equipment section, just the description of like the rules for making a vehicle or a robot, or playing a Hawkeye type character, and just oh, this is how much money it would actually cost for you to have a drill, bore, arrow, and how far does my stretching power actually stretch? Well, here you go. And can I slide under a door with my stretching powers? Here are the rules. How much damage can my rock body actually take? Here you go. Here's a whole everything. How much, what can and can I cling to with my Spider-Man powers? Here you go. This is what you can and can't cling to. This is what you need. Just that much detail into the game is why, again, if I run a superhero system and it doesn't give me a description of what the individual powers do, I will go to the Heroes Unlimited PDF I have, or I will seek out a copy of Heroes Unlimited. I need to replace mine. And look at the description of the powers and go, okay, you want to know what your ice powers can do? Here you go. The rules haven't changed. We're still using blar-de-blar, the role-playing system. But if you want to know if you can bake a cake with your lightning powers, here you go. And all the sections are great, but the way they're laid out makes no sense, because like here will be the equipment section, but then right after the equipment section will be more rules, which have nothing to do with the equipment section. And then there'll be like the section on vehicles and vehicle combat. But then we'll go into like powers. And then there'll be like rules that have nothing to do with the rules previously. And then there'll be like the saving throw rules. And then it's just a mess. So negative everything about it. It is a horrible mess. And it's absolutely wonderful in the fact that it is just a horrible mess. Positive, quite possibly the single best system that has offered me descriptions of what powers can and cannot do, descriptions of what I can and cannot build with my money, or if I really want to build a super vehicle, what exactly goes into it, what I can and cannot do, what the difference between, their ninjas and super spies taught me more about martial arts than I ever did from when I was trying to help playtest and write GURPS martial arts. There's the description of each martial art and how it breaks down and how it applies to the rules and how you can use it to break the game. Yes, it's a very broken system. So, if we want to go to gaming systems I love, top of the list comes first in mind, Heroes Unlimited. I'm not the first person to sing its praises. I'm not going to be the last person to sing its praises. I don't have a copy right now. My previous copy fell apart. I need to find a new copy. They're very hard to find. It's so close to being the best superhero role-playing game. It just falls short because of all the things Palladium continues to do wrong with their systems, which is just not present them in any reasonable facsimile of a well-edited, laid-out product. So there you go. To the person who wanted to know what other systems I like and what to talk about besides 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons, there's the first. If you appreciate this content, consider subscribing to the OG GM Adventures. Help me hit 250 subs by New Year's Eve. By subscribing, you always know when the next OG GM Adventure is up, and I know what kind of product you want to see in 2021. Stay warm. I'll talk to you later.